at times. But I don't think that is a prerequisite to have an honest relationship.
I think it's a language issue there.
Yeah, it could be.
I'm not talking about emotional throwing a fit.
Right.
I'm talking about, are you able to work through something? Because if not, if you're never coming up against a disagreement and being able to work through that, one, I think that's probably a big sign of codependency, that someone they're afraid to be themselves. So thank you for bringing that up. I think we're agreeing. We're just using different language. Right. I'm not talking about flying off the handle. That's never appropriate, but more the disagreement aspect of that. Yes.
And that's why I said that disagreement has a potential value.
Yes, it does. We just modeled it, right?
Well, depending upon how you handle it, will determine if it has value or not. Another interesting thing about disagreement is that it has a shelf life. It has an expiration date.
That's good.
I've realized that if things go unresolved and they never get dealt with, it's going to really hinder your relationship if they're never talked about. Mm-hmm. So I would say if there is a disagreement, if there is conflict, the longer you wait, the more it has the potential to sour the relationship.
That's really good.
So,
that's your codependency thing you just talked about, Katie. Yep.
Yeah, so it has an expiration date. Mm-hmm. Have you ever been in a relationship where someone says, "Hey, I need to talk to you," and you're like, "Okay, 3 years ago when you said this, I don't remember it. I'm sorry. It really hurt. I'm sorry, but I don't even remember. You don't." And they're almost hurt that
it didn't impact you the way
it didn't
it
impact
them.
you. But yeah, it was 3 years ago. It was 2 years ago. It was even a week ago. I think in some form or fashion, you have to put a time limit on if it's even worth bringing up.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
That's good. Well, I think in it, choose your battles wisely too. Recognize, okay, that was communicated. We're probably getting into more instead of just disagreements for advancement purposes, but to recognize, is this worth even addressing? Because one, if I really know the person and I know there is mutual love and honor, then some things, that could be a bad day. Just let it drop. It's not a big deal.
Well, some disagreements get worked out by your own internal.
Right. Yeah.
Like if you do it that in a healthy way.
Yeah.
And I would say one of the ways that you need to actually communicate is if it's a strong feeling that you can't shake.
Yeah. Or if it's hindering advancement. Mm-hmm. What we have together is not necessarily sabotaged, but maybe hindered, by us not communicating.
Well, that's what I was saying. Through. Even small disagreements, even small conflicts, if they go, if they're not dealt with, they will hinder the relationship or the partnership in some way, form, or fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that dealt with sometimes is with the other person, and probably twice as many times it's dealt with within yourself.
Yeah.
I used to that strong emotion would be evoked quite often. And then I would bring that up to the other person quite often. And they got to the point where they were like, I don't know how to fix this, until I realized
fix it.
It was me.
Yeah.
it was me. So, well, we went a lot longer on that than I thought we would. Do you have any other thoughts there?
Well, one thought, and I think it leads us into our next point or question, is that disagreement will only be valuable if you see value in the other person.
Right. That's
good.
That's exactly right.
So I threw you the softball.
Very good.
I threw the softball so that you could tee it off, and so.
Well, I wasn't expecting that profound statement, so I got to take a second, soak it in. Selah.
Should I say it again?
I got it.
Okay.
All right. So our next point here is the title of the episode. How do we disagree? Since we've talked a lot about disagreeing and the value of it, how do we disagree while maintaining honor?